What is the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan? First, I will give you the actual definition that is listed on the internet and in books of what a vegetarian and a vegan is. Then, I will elaborate. Kind of look like a ghost today. I haven't been in the sun very much lately. They're not really glasses, they're clear lens sunglasses. And I love them. They offer nothing, they do nothing for anybody. It's just fun. Hey guys, this video that I am putting up for you guys today is a description video of what is the exact definition of a vegetarian and a vegan and what is the difference between the two, because there's a big difference. This video was suggested by someone who is very special to me, and I figured that it would be great for this channel. And I know a lot of you who are subscribed to this channel are already vegan, and some of you are vegetarians, and you guys already know the definition more than likely and what the difference is. But there's a lot of people who still don't necessarily know. That's what this video is going to be about. I hope that it's helpful in some way. And yeah, so I hope you guys are able to follow along.
And apologies ahead of time if my forehead blinds you guys at all. I'm literally sitting right in front of my window, and the lighting is very bright right now, so apologies. It's blinding.
So there are a few different definitions on the internet and in books for what vegetarianism is, and I'm going to read a few of them to you guys. Okay. So the first official definition, I'm reading this from Wikipedia, just for accuracy purposes so I don't confuse anybody. Vegetarianism is the practice of abstaining from the consumption of meat, red meat, poultry, seafood, and the flesh of any other animal. It may also include abstention from byproducts of animal slaughter. People go vegetarian for multiple reasons. I'm a vegan, but when I went vegetarian, it was for ethical purposes. I didn't want to consume animals anymore, or anything that was the flesh of an animal. So that was when I went vegetarian, and the majority of people who have gone vegetarian have that same reasoning. Some people do it for health reasons. The list goes on and on, honestly, but the majority is for ethical reasons, from what I believe. I might be wrong about that. An ovo-vegetarian diet includes eggs but not dairy products, and a lacto-vegetarian diet includes dairy products but not eggs. Ovo-lacto vegetarian diet includes both eggs and dairy products. And then it says a vegan diet excludes all animal products, including eggs, dairy, beeswax, and honey. Some vegans also avoid animal products such as leather, silk for clothing, and goose fat for shoe polish. That part that I just read to you was the different types of vegetarianism that is out there, and just to brush up on that, it's lacto-ovo-vegetarian, ovo-vegetarian, and ovo-lacto-vegetarian. It's more than just one. So the Wikipedia definition of veganism is the practice of abstaining from the use of animal products, particularly in diet, as well as following an associated philosophy that rejects the commodity status of sentient beings or sentient animals. A follower of veganism is known as a vegan, and I am one. Just to keep focused, because you guys know how crazy I can be, the next part of the definition that's on Wikipedia, the distinctions are sometimes made between different categories of veganism. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. Dietary vegans, or they call strict vegetarians. I am not that. I'm a vegan, not a dietary vegan. refrain from consuming animal products, not only meat, but in contrast to ovo-lacto-vegetarians, also eggs, dairy products, and other animal-derived substances. The term ethical vegan, which is the term that I use when describing myself, is often applied to those who not only follow a vegan diet, but extend the vegan philosophy into other areas of their lives and oppose the use of animals or animal products for any purpose. And that is me. Another term used is an environmental veganism, or environmental veganism, which refers to the avoidance of animal products on the premise that the harvesting or industrial farming of animals is environmentally damaging and unsustainable. That can also apply to ethical veganism. It's wanting to completely abolish the use of animals being, hurt and consumed and used for a human's purpose or choice. That is the definition that's listed on Wikipedia online for what different types of vegetarianism that is out there, because as you can see there's at least 3 different types. A common misconception is that vegetarians consume seafood. That is not true in the sense that if somebody is calling themselves a vegetarian but they consume seafood, they're not really vegetarian. That's called pescatarian, where they won't consume turkey, they won't consume like chicken or red meat, but they will consume sea creatures, clams, fish of any type. There's a common misconception between what a vegetarian is and it's really pescatarian if you consume seafood. The first one that I said that's on Wikipedia, and you can look this up, I'll link this in the bottom if you guys are interested in looking it up more. The first one that I listed was it says there are varieties of the vegetarian diet, because there is. An ovo-vegetarian diet, it says it includes eggs but not dairy products. I'm one of those people that still sometimes thinks that dairy includes eggs, but I guess apparently it does not. I consider it a dairy product because it's usually in the dairy aisle. It is an animal product, so I don't consume eggs. And even before I went vegan, I didn't like eggs. They scared the hell out of me. Lacto-ovo-vegetarian diet includes dairy products but not eggs. Let's say I went to Starbucks, okay? And I was, what's the definition on here, lacto-ovo-vegetarian. I would get a caramel frappuccino, which has milk in it from a cow, but I would not buy a bakery item that had eggs in it, like a slice of pound cake or something that they have in the little concession stand or whatever you want to call it. Somebody who will consume dairy products but not eggs, that is what a lacto-ovo-vegetarian is, and there's so many more things that they won't consume that goes into that. That's just, I'm making it simple for you guys. And then it says an ovo-lacto-vegetarian diet includes both eggs and dairy products. So when I first went vegetarian, that definition was technically what I was ovo-lacto-vegetarian, where you would consume egg products and dairy products. So I would get the caramel frappuccino and like a piece of pumpkin bread, which, by the way, all these things can be made vegan in this day and age, thankfully. And then when I was a vegetarian, I tried my hardest to abstain from using things that involved animals. Remember, I bought a pair of shoes when I was in 7th grade that were the Misfits Vans, I believe. It had the Misfits skull on the front of them, and I would always look just to make sure nothing had leather. Even though I wasn't a vegan yet, I would look for things like that. So the next definition that comes up, it says a vegan diet excludes all use of animal products, even with not just things that we consume, but things that we use. There's a lot of things out there that are vegan friendly accidentally. They list on here, towards the end, it says a vegan diet excludes all animal products, including eggs, dairy, beeswax, and honey. Some vegans also avoid animal products such as leather and possibly silk for clothing and goose fat for shoe polish. So that is their little summary that they've put together of things that are like the little things that you would think some people might look over. There's a lot of confusion among the vegan community on YouTube and Facebook and so many other places. We have so many social networks, your head will spin at the thought of it. If you're somebody who is a vegan, by definition, that is somebody who does not consume or use anything involving an animal, right? Well, some people, they eat a plant-based diet, but they're not necessarily vegan by definition, where, let's say I'm a person who doesn't eat anything involving an animal whatsoever. You would initially think vegan, but actually that's a plant-based diet, because I'm a person who doesn't, maybe I'm this type of person who still wears leather shoes, or, and this is hypothetically by the way, I eat a plant-based diet, vegan diet, but I still wear leather shoes, or I still have the desire to go to the circus, or I still want to buy things that test on animals knowingly, or it's not something I look out for. That is somebody who is on a plant-based diet. That's not a vegan. A vegan lifestyle means your whole life. Things you consume to things that you use, things that you purchase, things that you wear, makeup, things that you wash your body with, hair. It's a whole lifestyle. I've been a vegan since I was a teenager, and I've done it successfully. There's many other sources on the internet if you guys want to look into the details of it, if you're somebody who is just starting veganism or just starting vegetarianism. I've mentioned on my why I'm vegan story, or when I went vegan, you know, you learn a lot along the way. You learn different things, different terms and stuff, like the ovo-lacto vegetarian and lacto-ovo vegetarian, things like that still go over my head. I went vegan for one purpose, and that was for ethical reasons, because I don't feel the need to use animals in my life, and I don't want to contribute to that for my existence. So ethical vegan is unfortunately the term that I feel like I have to use often, because there's so much drama in the vegan community because of how many people misuse the term. They will usually say that they're vegan when really they just follow a plant-based lifestyle, but they still purchase products that test on animals, or they still consume honey, or they still use beeswax, or things like that, or they're not in it necessarily for the ethical reasons. Some people taper down when you go into veganism. Sometimes some people are, they go cold cucumber, cold turkey, and they, jump into the lifestyle fast, and that's awesome. Some people it takes a little bit more time, and that's okay, because it's a big transition. As long as you are going into the vegan lifestyle for the right reason, then you're gonna have success. But if you're a person who only eats a plant-based diet or a vegan diet, like it said, a dietary vegan, then that is not somebody who is necessarily a vegan. It probably sounds confusing as I'm saying it so many times in this video, and you probably see so many people use the term, but really it's rather simple. An ethical vegan, which is the term I feel like I have to use because it's been misused so much nowadays. I did not go vegan for health reasons. I did not go vegan for a trend. I went vegan for ethical reasons, and I will remain vegan for the rest of my life. It is a lifelong dedication. So that is just a quick summary of what these definitions are, and I hope that it was helpful to anybody who is watching this. If you are interested in looking into that, by all means, it'll be listed in the description below. Let me know if you guys want to see another video like this. So yeah, I will see you guys again in the next video. Have a great day, or night, or week. And it's September, holy crap. Where is the time gone? Okay, so I will see you guys again soon. Bye.
if you get through this video. Steve's Organic Energy.